Well, September 29th, 2022. It's hard to believe. Me and this old gal here has been married 10 years. Our anniversary is in a day or two, so we are loading up the airplane. We're gonna do a cross country from Rockport to Burnet to Colorado to the Ozarks and Arkansas.
Nashville.
Swing through Nashville, then meet our friends in Florida and enjoy some white sand under our toes. Maybe even go to New Orleans on the way home. We don't know. We're just gonna play it by ear, have some fun. Our first day in the air was about a 6-hour flight to Colorado with a fuel stop outside Amarillo. We got vectored right through downtown Denver and got to fly over Broncos Stadium just like 2,000 feet above the ground. We dodged a few storms and we landed in Longmont. The aspen trees were on fire and we got to spend 3 days in the mountains with some of our favorite people in the world. After a couple great days, we left Colorado on another 6-hour flight into the Ozark Mountains of Arkansas.
The Ozark Mountains are really known for amazing backcountry flying. Lots of dirt and grass strips are scattered all over the northwest part of the state. Me and Laurie have never landed off airport together. I've done it a few times without her, but we're gonna be landing on a pretty short grass runway tonight. We're gonna be able to tie the airplane down and camp right next to the wing of the plane, and we bought some nice steaks to cook over a grill, and we are definitely looking forward to a few days in Arkansas. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Yeah.
It's right on top of that hill. Oh. Trigger gap traffic Archer, November 44037 is currently 5 miles to the west. Planning to overfly 10 west to east, and then set up for the right downwind runway 10, trigger gap. Are you excited?
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah. Pattern altitude is 2,650.
Trigger gap Archer 44037 on short final for grass landing. Trigger. Wow, this is freaking amazing.
All right.
How'd you like that landing?
Yeah, okay, I'm good. I'm in.
Well, we did it. We made it to Arkansas. There's a little gazebo, little place to take a dump.
All right. Right?
Yep.
Here we go. It was pretty nice this morning. Breakdown camp, got in the air, slept really good. Every 30 minutes waking up from coyotes just howling just a few hundred yards away. It was pretty awesome. It's one of our first takeoffs from a short grass strip. Laurie was nervous, but...
Yeah. All right, so our heading needs to be 198.
198. Stopped at a little town up the way, about 10 miles away, got some fuel. Now we're just gonna go have a sightseeing day. We're gonna stay low and slow, and one of the places I've been really excited to fly to is Bull Shoals. In 2005, me and a couple buddies Drove a Super Aeronautique all the way up to Bull Shoals, Arkansas. We rented a houseboat for a week, and it was absolute chaos for 7 days. A couple 20-somethings, wakeboarding constantly, partying. It's pretty cool. It's been 17 years since I was at Bull Shoals wakeboarding, and now here we are flying over it, getting to see everything from the top. After we fly Bull Shoals, we're going to head over to another grass strip called Gaston's. Was told by several buddies, got to check this out. It's a grass strip on the side of a river right below Bull Shoals. Park and camp again for the night, and get a good night's rest, and tomorrow we'll be heading to Nashville to see our buddy Jared. Gaston, traffic, Archer 44037 on short final for runway 24, full stop Gaston. And swinging it, yep, swinging it in over the cows here.
And the trees. Hey. Ooh.
That was sweet.
All right, so this place Gaston's is pretty nuts. This place was built like 1958 and it smells like 1958 here. But now here we are. We got a brown bag full of beers that they sell at the front desk. And we got dinner reservations tonight. Living it up at Gaston's in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Are you looking for a time machine back to 1972? Do you miss the touch of pastel polished sheets and the sleek look of wood paneling? Well, look no further than Gaston's White River Resort of Arkansas, featuring antique wire coat hangers, strange floor plans that make no sense, and our curtains were authentically sourced from an old wooden ship. Kleenex dispensers are fully stocked because dust in your room will be abundant. After a long day in our 54-degree swimming pool, be sure to visit Shenanigans, our 2-star restaurant with more shit on the walls than you could possibly handle. To learn more, send us a letter by carrier pigeon, and we'll get back to you soon.
In total, we logged 27 hours in the cockpit and covered more than 3,000 miles in the air. Sometimes we use computers to navigate, sometimes we just use shorelines. But most importantly, we got to spend time with more than a dozen friends that we rarely get to see. We enjoyed some fine dining in the Florida Panhandle, and etouffee in the bayou. We snuck in a little sushi and learned all about filet sous vide with Jared. But sometimes we were stuck with stale sandwiches.
5-star.
And that was okay too. We lucked into some great weather where we sat back and enjoyed the views, knowing that storm after storm was just around the bend and our skill sets and decision making would be constantly challenged. We took a leak while flying the plane. Well, I took a leak while flying the plane. Laurie never tried. We looked down on some bizarre military bases and saw some really crazy runways. We snorkeled the clear waters of Florida and threw disc through the woods of Tennessee. We went over clouds and under waterfalls. We even watched the Longhorns smoke the Sooners 49-0 with white sand between our toes. Sometimes we were hauling ass. Other times we were barely moving. We celebrated 10 years together. We talked about what the next 10 would bring. And after 10 days across 11 states, we finally saw home in sight and made one final downwind approach.
Burnett traffic, Archer 44037 turning left downwind for runway 19, full stop Burnett. We did it, baby! We're home!
Alright.
If we never do another trip of this magnitude, that'd be alright, because at least we did it once. What we learned is that life is always better with adventure. So forget about a detailed itinerary and just go. What you don't plan along the way will probably be what you remember the most.